I took a very long and beautiful break from the internet. I took about a year off, and it was just the right thing to do. It was the right decision. I was personally attacked. I was I was psychically attacked by a lot of these witches. You might be wondering, witches? What the hell is a witch? A witch is a bitch. That's a witch. A witch bitch. A bitch witch. So I combined the two terms. So I say witch. So these witches, having spoken too many truths, they came after me because voodoo is real, Santeria is real, Ifa is real, Catholicism, or what I call the holy cats, right? The original Catholics, they cast spells, that's real. And all these different principles, you may not believe in them, but they exist. So, they came after me, but still I stand and I'm stronger and I'm better. Like Kanye in that song, stronger, better, wiser, more powerful. So can nothing stop me? But I did need the break, though. I did need the break. I needed to, come into myself. And the final straw for me was when I made a video and I was saying, hey, look, guys, I'm doing this. I'm doing it full time. I'm researching. I'm studying. I'm meditating. And I was coming up with amazing things for my people, my community to do. And somebody came on my video and attacked me. Oh, how you posting your Cash App on the video? I never see no shit like that. Some bitch ass nigga. It's a bunch of bitches. I'ma keep going. He was getting all crazy, like, why are you asking for donations? I have every right to. I'm sitting here literally researching shit that's literally changing the lives of people on the ground. I don't sit in front of a fucking screen all day. I'm actually out there. I'm out in my community doing work, 12 years now straight. I've changed lives. I've taken children off the street corner here in the United States and elsewhere. I've literally taken children off the street and given them better lives, okay? I have an organization. I have a nonprofit that literally goes to Haiti and gets children off the street. So I've done work, and I still, like the song says, Bob Marley has a song that says, I got work to do. I got work to do. I still got work to do. I'm gonna keep working. I see people on here that I used to like. There are people on YouTube that I used to like and respect, but what I notice is that certain people have completely lost their way. This is why I'm making this video. For me to lose my soul, like when I was in Hollywood, I saw exactly where I was going. Yes, I was young, I was good looking, I had a bright, beautiful future in front of me. But as soon as I stepped into Hollywood, I was just like, oh shit, these motherfuckers gonna make me lose my soul. So as soon as I got into Hollywood at 17, 1996, 97, I ran right back out. I ran back home. I said, oh hell no, I ain't doing this. It's the same that applies to everything else in life, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's your personal life, social, political, whatever avenue, whatever path you go into, there's going to be tests. So for me, at a very young age, I was just like, I'm not losing my soul this way, because I knew the stuff that they were asking me to do. I was not willing to do it. And I've been telling this story for over 20 years. I tell people all the time about the story where I was in a casting director's office and the dude was like, yo, if you want this part, you got to let me suck your dick. Straight up. He told me that. Everyone who knows me knows the story. I said, this was how I was about to be famous. Okay, I even tell people the movie, the directors, the writers, like as clear as day, as if it happened yesterday. I will never forget the story because it was the turning point in my life. Fast forward to 20 something years later, I see that certain things that I get into, that I find myself doing, it's usually for the betterment of other people. And if I'm working towards the betterment of humanity as a whole, or my community, in all aspects, I have to make sure that there's a balance. You should not give up yourself to people where in return you're not getting anything back. In fact, you're losing yourself as you go forth. And I wasn't willing to do that. So I said, let me step back. I'm gonna step back from YouTube. I'm gonna step back from the internet in general, because I was not liking the energy. But again, as prophets, you could see a trajectory of where things are headed. So my job as a prophet, a modern day prophet, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, just a regular prophet, you're able to discern, you're able to see where things go. Because when you study history and you're connected to source, a lot of things become obvious to you. When I was telling people years ago, 15, 20 years ago, I was telling people, yeah, man, they're gonna defame women, they're gonna put women down. It's quiet, but it's coming. I warned people about Obama, what he was going to do, which all have come to pass. So my track record, if YouTube hadn't deleted my channel, which had probably like 100 something videos up 2 years ago, because I made a video about why people shouldn't take the to the bloodstream, and YouTube got upset and they completely deleted my channel with fucking videos like priceless, things that I had worked on for 10, 15, 20 years. YouTube overnight just said, you're out of here. So that kind of hit me hard. I'm not gonna front, I'm gonna admit. So I took a step back and I said, damn, all this work, all this research that I've done, and YouTube can just get rid of it, just in a blink of an eye. The funny thing about asking people for donations, which I would never do, because I don't like to ask people for stuff. I'm very self-sustaining. I'm very self-reliant. I'm the type of person, if I was gonna make a movie, instead of having some type of showcase, instead of having some type of screening, ask people to donate, I said, fuck it. I'm not asking people for money. I'm going to do it my own damn self. I've never done that. But it got to a point where, as I began to understand the law of reciprocity, every time you give out, you have to be getting something back in return. And so I had these assholes here coming onto my page and criticizing my intention, like, oh, I was trying to. No, motherfucker, you know how many people on here on YouTube to this day that are lying their asses off and scamming and stealing and ripping people off, innocent people? All these mega churches, all these pastors, so-called men of God, these metaphysicians, all these fucking charlatans. I'm not a charlatan, but if I come to you and say, hey man, this information is priceless, if you can help me get a loaf of bread to sustain myself so I could keep this going, there's nothing wrong with that. I was trying to get people to buy land. And these motherfuckers out there, they're not visionaries. And that's the problem. People can't see past their fucking nostril because they can't see 2 fucking feet ahead of themselves, They're just spiritually blinded, because the shit I was on 2-3 years ago, I was like, hey, we got to get ready to buy the land. And if we buy the land, we could be sovereign. Right? You want to kick all this RBG shit. You want to kick all this sovereign shit. You want to kick all this Moorish shit. You a ancient Kemite. You a pharaoh. But where's the land? Show me the fucking land. And me and Pharaoh, we started out like this. We were cool. Pharaoh was calling me on the phone from Buffalo asking me for advice, but somewhere he went left. And I was like, dude, you can't be doing this. The black woman can't be God, and you're assaulting the black woman on YouTube. And you're an influential brother now. People are actually looking up to you. I had my children watching Young Pharaoh when they were 8, 9 years old. My daughter loved this dude. So it was my job. I felt it was my duty. So I got into a whole beef with him where he didn't want to face me. Pharaoh didn't want to face me. And at the time, I was very angry. I was just like, no, I'm going to make you feel my wrath because you're not doing the right thing, right? You started out on a righteous path, but nah, bro, you just gone crazy. But then again, you know, in all fairness, he had a lot of attacks. You know, he was very much like I started this video saying that I was psychically attacked. Pharaoh was getting attacked constantly. And that's the price of fame. You put yourself out there in a public square, you're gonna be attacked because there's a lot of demonic entities out here who wants to feed on your energy, wants to feed on your good luck, who wants to feed on your charms, who want to feed on your power, want to feed on your aura, your spiritual, you know, what do you call it, your spiritual nature itself. Like, there's entities out there that they want to feed, constantly have to feed. Remember, this dimension, you have to keep feeding. Whatever it is that sustains you, you got to keep doing it, or you're just gonna die. You're just gonna disappear and die. I'm going to continue doing the status quo because that's my passion. That's my first love in high school and in college. My thing was political science. I've always been a political scientist. I can take information, I could take an article, I could take a document, and I could just basically dissect it. My junior year, my government teacher, she says, man, you're talented. You just have this natural talent. You're able to take words and take terms and just basically break them down. And she said, you should follow that. And I took her advice and I followed through. And I love doing the political stuff. I love to take their lies and show you what they're saying. That's my thing. So I'm going to continue doing the status quo headlines, and you guys will see me there. It's still on this page. Also, my Instagram. I've just been situated, and a lot of great things are happening for me in my personal life. And my spiritual life is always blissful. Like, I don't compromise my spiritual nature for nothing, for no one. So that's always intact. As you can see, I'm glowing as usual. I'm not aging. I haven't seen some of you guys in more than 2 years, some of you guys a year, but we're here. We're gonna keep kicking ass. We're gonna keep kicking it. We're gonna keep stomping on the beast, because the beast has made a lot of advances on our children, especially the things that are going on, and you guys are well aware. I don't even have to say it. The indoctrination. We're gonna address all of that. We're gonna address a lot of the things that I started doing here on this channel. Kick it up a notch or two. So stay tuned. I'm still here. I'm still with you guys. I'm still vibrating. And one last thing I want to say to my loyal subscribers. I left YouTube. I had 353 subscribers. And when I came back to YouTube, to my amazement, I still had 350 something subscribers. I lost in 2 years. I literally lost like 2 subscribers. That's powerful. That kind of gave me the spiritual push to come back and keep going. I peeped that right away. I'm like, oh shit, I left this whole time and I still kept my following, and that's beautiful. I appreciate that. Look at that. I'll be back. I'm gonna do a welcome back video. This is my reintroduction. Like Jigga says, allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm gonna see you guys soon on my next video, and it's gonna be packed with a lot of shit that I've been holding back on, a lot of shit I've been wanting to say, needing to say, and now I'm back, baby. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Love, peace, and always.